Sorry, this is...
the first stumper, as it were.
Yeah, this is a real stumper right here, because...
Remember anything with a magnifying glass on it, you can examine it further detail.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. Fatal hemorrhaging. Problem is that even though there's a burn mark on his front, there's no way it'd be on his wrist.
Yeah.
Anything on this. See? Oh, okay. I've done this before. Okay, never.
Yeah.
Nothing to signify a burn mark. Entire card.
Yeah.
Okay, the same thing's open again. There it is. There it fucking is. Gonna save and then present that shit.
You have absolutely no faith in yourself, I love it.
Of course I don't. If I could save in real life,
to be fair, to be fair, that is the smart thing to do, but still.
To be fair, if I could save in real life and then just load whatever I feel like, I would fucking do that. But
dumb. Well, what a life that would be.
Yeah.
What's this, Council? Yet another prince?
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. You hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? Inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be inexcusable. Quite inexcusable. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't... Miss Brett. See, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? Reason is recorded here forevermore.
What? How?
Objection!
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn?
Yes!
Steak. Actually, which is the meat plate the steak was served on.
The meat plate. The plate,
Your Excellency, are you alright? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of Le Carnival. The emblem on the plate and the victim's burn are exactly the same shape. Ah!
Ryunosuke, you genius. You're spot on.
Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant.
Objection!
But even if that is the case, We can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before, or the day before that. Most likely happened at some other unrelated time. Well,
Objection!
Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim.
thanks. Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Osanaga?
I love them. They're quite the duo.
Yeah. I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly.
But
I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure.
yeah, goddamn it. That much of a mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you be more specific, Inspector?
Well, let's see. If the plate was around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. I've been investigating the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
Aren't you? You're a detective, not a waiter! God
Yes!
damn.
Also, dear lord, is she just really short, or is he just really tall?
Just really tall, it seems. There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that.
And yes, Inspector Osanaga never heard the professor scream. Not on a day, or any before it.
That's right. Strange thing is, the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either.
What are you suggesting?
Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day.
That would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel.
Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, Sergeant and the old antiques dealer, all of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Do you agree, Prosecutor Ouchie? Well, yes, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? And everyone goes fucking silent.
I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, do you think?
Can it really be true? I never dreamed we would have arrived at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe been led into a terrible trap. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was already deceased.
Because if he was dead, he wouldn't feel it.
Yes. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible, apart from in one particular situation.
Counsel, are you suggesting?
Yes, only possible if the man was already dead. Already.
Dead?
Everyone's just shocked, and I can't blame them. Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, Professor, already dead. That's madness! And yeah, she's just really short.
Okay. Order, please. Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp on the facts.
Objection!
Objection.
No, Prosecutor Achi. It's you who has no grasp on the facts.
Why is his headband just eternally floating like that? My question is, where's the wind coming from? Every time I look at it, I'm just like, God damn, I know he's cool as shit, but there's rule of cool, and then there's rule of bullshit. I beg your pardon?
As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered the burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from the witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of evidence. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement.
But, Your Excellency!
The justice system in our country may be in its infancy. But rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. What?
I'm sorry. Sorry, just thinking about... Sorry, it's just... I love that line, but if you know Japan's court systems, you know that you know the Phoenix Wright games? Because I've watched... As I said, I've watched the anime and seen the movie.
Yeah.
You know how ridiculous those court cases are in the game?
Yeah.
Or in the show?
Yeah.
That's actually really realistic to Japanese courts.
Yeah, because like in Japan, they're more so like... They're more so concerned with like just settling the matter quickly as opposed to actually finding the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. So this line is just really funny thinking about it from like a real world context.
Yeah.
It's a dark humor, but I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Excellency. She's just giving a smile. What was that smile? Yes. Yes, of course. I'd be delighted to help. Especially it helps relations between my country. Wow. Right, you speak Japanese? Well, of course I do. Studying in your country, after all.
But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now?
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in vulgar tones as much as possible. God damn the racism there. God damn, okay, I've been playing Tellius games with people, and they aren't even as racist as that shit.
So Japanese content creators will always try to put themselves in the most favorable position, will they?
Yeah, I know, right?
I think your fate's logic no longer holds up here.
It doesn't hold up for this particular situation.
Anyway.
Yeah. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your own level. Oh, well, you're the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us. God damn.
I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the evidence leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke.
And witness testimony time.
Alright. Victim's death. Or, quote-unquote, death.
Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way the man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Well, a sage is go and give us a clue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
Oh, no problem.
The most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you.
Easy does it. I love how he's just like, God damn.
Yeah.
Just get under her fucking dress at this.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that's the last time I'll have to slow my lips. The coarse tone of your unbecoming tongue. Forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted any. Bitch! Bitch, please! Bitch, please! I would bitch slap the fucking shit out of you. Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. It seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burns is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student give the harshest punishment possible. And... Huh? Thanks? Is that a prayer then?
Well, I have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with the cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, Counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with the witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear?
Mood!
Time to get
Mood.
psyched.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Then you may proceed with the cross-examination.
Alrighty. God damn, okay, this is gonna be... Now I'm just thinking on this. God damn.
It's so blatant.
It is!
But, like, at the same time, like, what the hell do we do with it?
Yeah.
Well, hey, there's always pressing.
I'm also gonna look at, how can you look at the evidence now?
Just hit presents.
Okay, because I want to examine...
Yeah.
I'm gonna examine all the photos, because there's one obvious thing.
What's that?
How can someone already be dead? Obviously, you poisoned their fucking drink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the water, see if anything can be shown as off. Yeah, because I'm looking. Okay. Because it's obvious, but I need to be able to present evidence. Show it's obvious.
We don't. At present, we don't have any evidence.
You're right. I'm
So-
gonna press this.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes!
But I like to see if I can just get stuff with the simplest amount of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Without leaving a trace. If someone is shot or strangled or stabbed or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga?
As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
There would be physical traces with all those causes of death. That's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. If, heaven forbid you doubt me, young man, you're gonna have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it?
Flat, you say?
Oh, no, perish the thought. Calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question? On my honor, I, Takatsuchi Aochi, cut down any who dare cast aspersions.
That's a fucking point, digging your freaking thoughts so easily.
Wayne?
Yeah, I had like change in my pocket.
Oh yeah, coins do that a lot.
I'm just gonna sit right there for now.
Yeah. Way of killing someone that leaves no trace.
We need some evidence to back us up here.
Yes, evident. I think I might press this one. It doesn't hurt anything to press anything, right?
It doesn't. It does not. Yeah.
Yes!
Alright, yes. Inferior? What do you mean by that? The lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at the crime scene for later examination. In this country, once you investigate once and that's the end of it. That's so? Quite right. The carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction,
Wait.
vital evidence may be lost.
Oh.
Oh, I just noticed that.
Yeah.
It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can. You'll understand. Haha! Killer blow. Lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. Del?
That's you.
Oh, amazing! Sorry, I didn't see the name there for a second. It's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Aochi is starting to finally sense.
I very much doubt that.
Still, there's something about what Miss Trent just said. There was a moment before, something didn't seem quite right.
What do you think, Ryunosuke?
I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, she's not turning up any new information.
Yes, as I suspected. She's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over.
But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue to help us find a chink in her armor. Kazuma.
What, Ryunosuke?
There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me.
Bothering you? You mean about my spread?
Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Dr. Hosonaga.
The detective?
Yes. He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If I might present an opening, maybe.
I have an idea. Try pressing your online life statement one more time.
I think so, but...
But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective.
Ooh! Alright then. I wonder what Cosmo's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brent on her last statement again. Okay!
So yeah, they actually do take advantage of, like, multiple witnesses being on the stand
I like
in
that.
this game. Yeah.
Yes!
Or did I do it wrong?
No, go ahead, keep going.
Just gonna keep going through this because... Read this off.
There we go. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh no, you press A again, I think.
Yes, there it is again. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why?
Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity.
What do you mean?
When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip.
Also, for a second, my screen went dark. It's like trying to sleep again.
Yeah.
I gotta keep the fucking mouse.
However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down.
Right. Look at him. He's lost his own thoughts.
It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought.
Right? Pursue?
I'll explain how to do it now, Renosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker.
What mark?
That marker. At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making current statements. But by moving the marker left and right with the D-pad, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand. While you're looking for at other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with A. If you can catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people in the stand, take a good look around.
Alright then. But first I should move the marker across with the pad. Focus on the detective. Then pursue him with A. See what's on his mind. Here we go!
Wait.
Just press left, or press right rather. Well, when you get the chance, there we go. And pursue.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Ah! What's the meaning of this?
Oh my god, the overreacting, I love it so much.
Yeah.
You know what, if I end up really loving this game through and through, because this is just the first of like 5 cases, right?
Yeah.
If I end up loving these games through and through, I might get the original Ace Attorney trilogy.
You should.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to shock you. Really was lost in thought, deeply.
It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say.
If there's something you'd like to say, please, share it with the court.
Objection!
Objection! What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find a fault with her testimony, then cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works?
Absolutely not.
Hmm?
The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
God damn you fucking G. Fucking love you, Cosma. Yes! Not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case.
Inspector Osanaka. Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Pratt?
Really?
Well, yes, if you don't mind. I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Husanaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless.
What do you really mean by that?
I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done.
Scene thief?
Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there.
Yeah.
Take this, for example.
Oh. That made her react. Is that?
This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes. There's some left in the bottle. I can see it.
One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it.
God.
I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment.
Oh, and I see the autosave symbol now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence.
Carbonated water bottle has been entered into the courtroom.
Miss Pratt. Can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes. Was that bottle? What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question.
Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor.
God damn.
So hey, we have new evidence.
I'm gonna click present just so I can see if I can examine the bottle.
That's fine. You can indeed.
The label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Know what it says, Kazuma?
I think it's French. This must be a very expensive water.
Yes. What does it say? That's what I was asking.
Then go to France and ask.
Oh, it's like, yes, I go to Britain. Britain is English, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You could just say that you don't know. So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had.
Looks like there's a little left in the bottle. Although it's just plain water now.
You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of this.
No, Ryunosuke, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence.
Oh no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we?
You never cease to amaze me, Ryunosuke. In more ways than one.
I wonder, could there be anything in this water?
What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden.
I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility.
The thing that has to actually be blinking for it to be able to examine it.
That's fair. And this,
Same thing, yeah.
I was trying to see if I can. I just love that Ryunosuke is just like, wait, you can't. Oh wait, that like Kazuo's like, wait, you can't drink evidence.
Yeah. Alright. So we have our possibility. Now comes, actually, seeing if we can't prove it.
I've already pressed this thing, right?
I think. Do it show you?
I mean, I'm looking at the statements because I know the water bottle. I've already figured this out.
Yeah.
The fucking thing was poison.
Yeah.
The thing is, I just gotta find best statement to show.
Well, she's asking for a possibility, and we have a possibility, so we just need to present that possibility.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Yes!
Music went quiet.
What is this? The bottled water?
Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind.
What is this? Oh, if it smells something good. Oh, I'm almost cooking something.
I mean, my parents aren't cooking anything yet, but I'm hearing my dad's phone in the background. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison? On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? And the way he's reacting, could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass?
Order, order, order!
And on that day, he was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to sip poison into his drink. There's only one person who could have possibly done it. Giselle Brett. It was you! Shit. This is outrageous. They suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile. Have you considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we've only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Objection!
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime.
Huh? You mean this isn't a political? Oh, damn.
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
Yeah. Sure. Ahem. If I may, I will silence you forever for this disgrace. Shut up. It's you. You should be silent. Of course.
I just love how
lady.
I just love how they make a whole frickin' blurb out of like the word "shut up."
I know, right? Like, I love, like, I know that objection's the most infamous one.
Yeah, but like there are some other really good ones.
Oh yeah.
Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney has a Phoenix saying "Welcome."
I've never played the Professor Layton games or either. I might need to check those out because I hear they're good.
They're really good too.
I know that the series is dead.
They're more
sadly.
Professor Layton. Yeah, but Professor Layton is focused more on like the puzzle solving more than like the story, but it's still good.
Fair enough. Where did that come from? She just snapped. May have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apology.
I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior. No matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this point thoroughly. The bottle, I mean, Inspector. and whether it contained poison or not. Poor man is just sweating bullets.
Of course.
You did?
Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time.
I don't believe it.
Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I order tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time.
In this country.
Yes.
In
This country.
this country.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm keeping that. I'm repeating it so I can keep it in my fucking mind for later. I'm fucking Rain Manning this.
We can find no trace of poison in any description of the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. What? Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the Chief Coroner himself.
No. No! I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. Successfully established my complete innocence for an affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours. I was so sure.
This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, Counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit.
Done for.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point?
Azuma?
I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. I have nothing more.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must now be leaving.
Hold it!
Oh! Her.
Please, wait.
Isn't that...
What is the meaning of this? Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Mikoto? Darkest hour. Left to go. Appeared like a bolt of lightning. Ah, and in her hand, carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth.
They couldn't have tried that. They couldn't have tried to make that more freaking blatant if they tried.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, I think this is a good cutoff point here.
Oh, okay, fine.
Because I've got a stream in about an hour and a half.
Oh shit, you do, don't you? I forgot about that.
Yeah, because I didn't
Okay.
stream. And we'll resume this either tomorrow or Thursday.
Tomorrow, please.
Tomorrow, then, yeah, okay, because I'm not going anywhere tomorrow.
Good.
But anyway, this is getting really interesting here.
Yeah.
I already know. No, I thought I knew the conclusion. I thought that Giselle Brent shot the dude.
Yeah. But they've gone a completely new direction with them now.
Yeah, and I love every bit of it.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the twists and turns this case is going to just keeps me hooked. I'm not usually big on crime or courtroom dramas.
But the Ace Attorney's always been really good at just like adding like a certain flair for the dramatic to keep things interesting.
Yes, and I love every bit of it in this.
Yes.
So yeah, honestly, I'm
Okay.
having a lot of fun.
The cases in the future only get twistier and turnier from here.
Yeah. And hey, we've at least got up to next week's, at least, I've already got up to Thursday's episode for this week.
Yeah.
So this will be Friday, next Monday, and Tuesday.
Yep.
So, till then, this has been the GreatRieck,
Spindell.
and we'll see you all next time.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Alright.